Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises unto Yahweh. Vashim Yahushua, Vashim Hakodash, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom, salutation to all you sincere Akims across the four winds, pushing this truth with sincerity of heart. I'm your fellow servant, Kasama God from the DC camp, coming at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Vashim Yahushua, Vashim Hakodash, and feed the elect. This is another upload or epilogue, edition, right, of the way. And of course, who's the way? The way is Yahushua. Yahushua is the way. He's the path. He's the bread. He is salvation. He is the helmet of salvation. And today's subtitle of the way, I was going to entitle this video, Carnal Pressure. Carnal pressure creates spiritual explosion. What do I mean by that? The carnal pressure is pressure in the world, what you call adversity, right? Things that happen to you that you have no control over. Right? There's so many things that happen to you in this truth, man. There's so many, I call it brothers that know me, that are around me. Some call it, the Job factor. I call it the wheels of destiny, right? The wheels of adversity. So it's like, basically, I truly believe, man, there's like a rotation going on in the heavens. Just like, in the book of Job, where Satan, right, presents himself in the midst of the sons of God, and your name get called out. I think Satan, always shows up to the Lord with a list of brothers, right? A list of Israelite brothers that he has that he's trying to move on, basically. That he's trying to move on, trying to set up traps, snares, and your name. And when your name is on the list, when Satan shows up in the heavens, when your name is on the list, it begins. I mean, that's how. And again, it could be anything. It could be, from the job. The adversity begins in the job. Somebody becomes, all of a sudden, somebody becomes a demon, an enemy out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that person is dedicated. A demon jumps on them, and that person is dedicated to be, to become your enemy. Or it's somebody that, somebody that you regularly meet, whether it be a woman, right? Whatever, whatever. It's just this. All of a sudden, you got this demonic, carnal force of Satan and his demons moving and weaving and setting up traps, but you can't see it. You can't see it coming because the Lord will not let you see that coming. Okay? Why? Because that adversity, that carnal pressure, whatever that thing is. Let's say, example, you meet a woman. Everything is nice. You met several women. But this particular woman, or this particular job, this particular situation, you feel like you don't know. You think it's just another situation like the rest of them. But this one is different and you don't know it. This one is the beginning of a trial, of a persecution, of a place in time where you're going to suffer. You're going to be down spiritually. You're going to go off, okay? Going according to Romans 8 and 20. The creature was made what? Subject to vanity. Because, see, the thing is that not everything that's done in this world is against the laws. Example, if you want to, deal with a woman, that's not against the law. But when you compare, it's when you start to compare anything to this world, to the truth, that thing becomes vanity, okay? All right, that's when the thing becomes vanity. And then you got actual vanity that straight up sins, all right? So basically the point I'm trying to get at is there's certain things you get into on a regular. You ain't breaking the laws. It's just part of a routine, man. It's a routine thing in the world that you do, whether it be the job situation and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, the routine, you realize, whoa, the routine is not the routine. This particular character was set up to be the beginning of a chapter of adversity. And they've gotten so close, whether it be the person, whether it be the job, whether it be the bills, whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, you brothers know we go through these things, man. There's always individuals. Me personally, I've always, for the most part, it always comes down to, not comes down, but for the most part, the woman is behind it. I always say, man, behind every evil, there's a woman. So, but again, it's not always the woman, but this certain situation arise, and sometimes certain things are set up to bring about certain defects that you have within yourself, right? Certain character defect that demons are using, right, to hold you back in the spirit. So there's always a time and space with the Lord when your name is called and carnal pressure comes up. All of a sudden you're tied up. You're trying to get rid of this shit, but you're way too deep. Way too deep. Never saw it coming. The scripture does say to be circumspect, but listen, man, you can be circumspect all you want, but when there's a set trial and adversity that YAHAWASHI has allowed Satan to give him a green light to actually work on, you're not going to be able to see that coming. Because if he saw it coming, the scripture tells you in Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs 1:17, that a bird that sees a snare, basically paraphrasing that, a snare that's set up in front of a bird will not work. Meaning if the bird sees you setting up the traps, he ain't gonna fall for it. Alright? He ain't gonna fall for it. Okay? So the Lord can't let you see that. But that's one side. That's the carnal pressure that we all gotta go through. Alright, brothers? And when it's there. When you know it's there, it's not the routine. This is something special. It's a special kind of hell. It's your time to go through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to tune in. You're going to have to study like you haven't studied before, right? Or maybe study more or go back to the way you used to study. You're going to have to zone in the spirit, okay? Put more of it. And what tends to happen is that when you get put to the point where you're so spiritually messed up, okay? You pray to the Lord. You make your amends with YAHAWASHI. You get delivered, right? You get delivered. And something happens while you're going through it towards that climax of the trial of tribulation. All right? And again, I'm not going to get into details because I don't specifically know the details of what brothers are going through. I know what I'm going through. I'm giving you like the big picture of what's happening, and I hope that the Lord, through me, right, through His Spirit, you'll be able to understand what's happening to you if you're one of those brothers that's going through it right now. All right? You got to understand why certain brothers, have the flame, and there's sometimes the flame is like an explosion, a spiritual explosion of videos and deep understanding, just he's in that zone and you can feel it. That doesn't come from nowhere. That comes from carnal pressure. Because even in the world, they got a saying, pressure busts pipes and creates diamonds. You cannot accomplish anything as an Israelite unless you're pressured. The scripture tells you that in 2nd Ezra, when the archangel Uriel told Ezra, like, this is that water on one side, that fire on one side, the path to the kingdom, the way to the kingdom, right? You're going to get there, but you're going to get there scratched up, okay? You're going to get there bruised up, okay? You won't get there with first, second, and third. You might even get there with third-degree burns. At the end of the day, YAHAWASHI is going to heal all, okay? He's going to heal all, but you might have to get there with third-degree burns, right? But it's that pressure. It's in those moments of pressure when you feel like you're down and out, but yet the faith in YAHAWASHI, which purifies your heart, which justifies your actions, the blood of YAHAWASHI, which covers you, that pressure is something that you need, because it's through those times of pressure situations that you see men really spiritually explode and get to the next level, okay? And then you see it in that zone because it's something major that has happened to them or has happened to them right? And you may not know the details, but that's where they are. And they get into that next level, okay? And there's multiple levels. And then you will see that explosion, you know, come down to a pace, you know, a regular fire, which you're supposed to always be on fire. You're not supposed to be lukewarm. But what happens is that then you settle into the next level. Once you settle into the next level, then you continue to ride. And then the Lord will send another spiritual, when the rotation comes about, and then your name is brought up in the heavens again, and a new trial and tribulation, and a new individual, right, on a new situation that's brought up into your life, something that looks like a routine. But it's not the routine. It's a plan that's been weaved in for months. And now the plot is about to break in, and you're the last one to find out. Because everybody else in the spirit world already knew that the trap was already set up, man. So now it's time for you to apply all these scriptures, all this wisdom, knowledge that you require. It's time to apply these precepts, okay? To practice these precepts so you can truly gain understanding. The scripture says a man with much experience, a man with little experience, you know, knoweth little, okay? But a man with experience will air out what? Great parables, man. Paraphrasing, man. Okay? You see certain brothers say certain things, and you like, damn, man, that was powerful. And you trying to look into the scriptures, but it's in the scriptures, but it's just not verb like that. But if you can find a scripture that would be exactly synonymous to what the brother said. But that brother said what he said, and he didn't even read that scripture. Why? Because he lived something that scripture spoke about. So that's why the scripture says in Sirach 19 and 22 and 24, better is a man with little understanding than a man with much wisdom that transgresseth the laws. The man that's been there, done it, you know, because that man gets it. You know, that man is going through that trial, that experience word, which means out of a trial. You know, so and that's what I really didn't want to share with y'all brothers today, you know, with this edition of The Way, man. We need carnal pressure, but the thing is, we're not going to ask for carnal pressure. You're not going to pray. You're not going to get down on your knees and say, oh, Abba Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, please throw all kinds of trials and tribulations that could fuck me up. You're not going to do that. But the only way to grow, the only way to get to the Lord, the only way to be pressured, to come closer and closer to the Lord, is through that pressure, you know, that pressure from beneath, which is that carnal pressure. And then you see that spiritual explosion. And then you see the fire get to a pace. And then something happens again, and then you see that you see that spiritual explosion again. These are different cycles that men of the Lord, hopeful elect of YAHAWASHI, especially in Great Millstone, these are the different spiritual phases that we go through. Every time it's time for the Lord to set us up to the next level, he allows Satan to weave in a big time trial. Like I said, would it be from outside, or an internal trial, or an external trial? Those are all carnal pressures to propel you to a spiritual explosion. Alright, so with that, I'm going to say, Kal Halal YAHAWAH, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutation, all you sincere actors, cause of four wings. Kasama God from the DC camps, and shalom.